Hey there, factory workers. It is Senior Honcho. I'm here with the Plowboys, Brian and Rocco, uh, who happen to be on the server already and doing a bunch of work because we're slave drivers around here. Um,
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
and we got a bunch of things that we've done in the last week. Uh, One, I have my hover pack. Thank goodness for the hover pack. Um, that was the big one, which means we have our aluminum factory set up as well. So still a tangled mess here at the base, but we started our rail main line here that's coming through our station. We have just decided that we're going to do English driving rules, and we will be driving forward on the left-hand side of our main line and exiting out to the left um, off of there to keep a clockwise U-turn type direction. So the train will come off to the left, make a clockwise turn into a station if it's on the other side, and then return back on the return route. So cleaned up a bunch of that stuff. There is one little issue that we need to fix on the main line down towards the oil station. Just need to lay some new line around there, but all nice and straight, cleaned up, looking good. Whoops, except for that block signal that. Oh no, that's the correct block signal. We're gonna have block signals in between the rails on some of this. I got to get used to that because I'm used to them being on the outside. Uh, let's see. So that's that part. The other piece. So we don't have this new section rail connected to the main line yet. But we're gonna actually what I want to do. I'm gonna hop out and I'm gonna put a couple freight cars on this train right now because that's one of the reasons I came back here. Uh, Freight car 1 and 2, so that we can help alleviate because we're gonna put this train to work. We've been using it to get back and forth to the aluminum station or aluminum factory, but it is now going to be um, put to work running silica from our quartz factory that you see there on the compass there with the purple box to the aluminum factory until we can unlock the pure aluminum alternate recipe. So that will allow us to not have to rely on silica to make our aluminum. But for right now, we're kind of stuck there. Let me allow your message there, Mr. Wood. I'll allow it. Yeah, I'm. My game seems to be skipping a little bit. We'll see how well my connection's going to behave. And then our third thing on there is extending the rail to the swamp. I may skip past that to keep the aluminum running. We may start a fun build here, and once we get out to where we need to go, which is our aluminum factory. Because I got to loop all the way around to get into the quartz station. But I have that all belted into the station and ready to load. I do have to set those stations correctly so that we're not loading our quartz crystals because we don't need those there yet. All right, and I always overdrive the station a little bit. So let's see. We're probably locked up again on our um, aluminum. Also did unlock our hazmat suit. today. No, it looks like we're still producing some. That's good. That's good.
Yay for overflow.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Oh, I see. Yeah. Keeping that. Mm-hmm. 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 Maybe.
Yeah, it's temporary fix.
Yeah. Yeah. Once we get the silica coming in, I don't think that'll be too much of an issue. Oh yeah. See.
Nope.
Yeah. We're banked up on that. We and all of them. Wow. Okay. Oh, these are sitting. Why are these sitting idle? Because they're not belted to the output. Let's fix that problem and get these belted to the output line. That'll give us a couple more stacks of aluminum ingot. Oh yeah, now she's humming. Yeah, that's gonna fill up all of our stations down here. At least get them rolling. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful thing there. Alright, so while we're here, letting the aluminum process, I wanted to show you the plans for the rail yard. Let's see. So this is the rail yard that I designed, and this is a 16 station rail yard. Um, so if you've ever used the Satisfactory calculator, you'll know that the items are grouped into different categories. And one of those categories is, hang on, let me flip to my notes to make sure I get the name right. Be standard parts. In the standard parts category has 16 items in it and is the largest group of any category. So, designing a rail yard with 16 stations covers every category, and then we just reduce the size of the yard for any other category. So we can have multiple warehouses spread throughout the world and be able to handle all the parts that go into it. So I went through the list and kind of I started from an ingot level. So I have in the ingot grouping. I didn't do I wrote down ores, but I don't think we'll probably store raw ores because it's uh, so simple to get ingots or processing to get ingots like the aluminum ingots, which we're doing here, are more involved. But so everything that we have for um, the the needed in order to process ingots is consumed within the factory. So, like aluminum scrap, there's nothing else that uses aluminum scrap except for aluminum ingot processing. Same with the alumina solution, right? There's nothing else there that does that. The copper ingots, yeah, we'll use those everywhere, um, but some of the other aluminum parts are in there. So I went through and kind of filtered those things out. So let me pull that back up and I'll kind of walk through that design again.
Oh, did you see my message
First,
in game?
oh, in-game. No, I didn't see the in-game message. What was
Can
it?
someone upload some modular frames?
Let me see if I have any left. Because I used some for a rail car. I think I only grabbed enough for my rail car. I did. I don't have any extras. And I'm not at the hub.
Normal modular frames, Brian?
Yeah, the normal ones, yes.
On it.
Mercy.
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 All right, so you can see that there's and on this plan to the right we have a holding area. This can be expanded out. I just kind of put in a couple sidings for different holdings. That'll be the length of a 5-car train, which should be 10 tiles, right? So each car takes up 2 tiles. Um, if you're thinking about the regular foundation blocks, it takes each station takes up 2. So each car takes up 2. So we'll have a 10 siding holding spot, and then the extra tiles around that for the switching in and out rails. Which to do a 90-degree turn, you need 3 on each side, so that'll be 6 more for a total of 16. With the if you do the tightest radius, if you want it to look more like a realistic rail yard, we'd slope into those sidings, um, with a gradual turn. But it just depends on the look that we want. What I've drawn here is the 90-degree ins and outs just to save on space, and this is still very large. So if you think about 2 foundations for every station plus 3 for each 90-degree turn that has to be made, you're looking at 3, 6 at the beginning, and I'm going with, and I'm starting from the end. Um, so we're looking at 3, 6, and then these stations are going to be another 10, so that'll be 16, another 6, so we're at 22, and so on and so on. I think I figured out it was like 50 some platforms long in order to do this. So it's not a small build. So we're going to have a lot of space, and we'll probably build up a little bit. So we'll have a bit of an incline to get into it. So there's one drop-off station. So we're going to have, we'll basically run pickups on 4 cars for pickup trains, and so each factory that has outputs should have a pickup station and a drop-off station. The pickup station will then be a maximum of 4, depending on what is dropping out. Like, so for instance, we'll have 3 on the pickup for this station. So this station will end up being our aluminum pickup that we're going to route our extra aluminum ingots into, or a split of aluminum ingots, LCAD sheets, and casing, if we decide to do the ingots. But at a minimum, we'll have 2 for the casings in the LCAD sheets. And then those will get picked up in the first 2 cars, and then for stations that have more, we can go out to 4.
Milestone
Ooh,
reached.
yay,
Several
we hit our
parts more
milestone. Good
efficient
job,
and
guys.
powerful than the human brain
That was
can
my
now
goal
be
for
made
tonight, and
to
I'm gonna go to bed
compensate for
because
many
I'm falling asleep.
deficiencies otherwise encountered in future development efforts.
All right.
The blender enables you to
I
mix
just
and
heard
or
myself
combine
snore for a little
parts
bit,
and
so.
fluids
Oh.
for more complex recipes. Most importantly,
Brian, I'm
project
uploading
part
some.
number
I've
6,
uploaded
the
some.
assembly
That's all I
director
had on me.
system,
46.
should be produced
Yeah,
and delivered to the
super.
space
Perfect.
elevator as soon as possible.
Perfect.
And I think that puts
Yeah.
us all the way through tier 7 or 8, right?
I can quickly check.
Yeah. I think we're through that. So anyways, for drop-offs, we just need that 5-car or the 4-car system should work for us. Certain factories that produce more items may need multiple pickup stations or drop-off stations. Oh, I have it as drop-off. It should be pickup. Oh, no, it's drop-off to the yard. It's pickup from the factory. So certain factories might have more than one, if they have more than 4 items that factory is producing, or we can mix them in, because this whole warehouse line here, there's each one of those black boxes, the smaller black rectangles, is going to be our storage. And this would be a 2-belted industrial storage. It won't be 2 belts in, but it'll be 2 belts out. It'll be a single belt in, because we're gonna, in order to get enough for. Oh wait, no. Will it? Oh yeah, for the sorting, to keep the size down. Actually, no. We could probably do it. We could probably do this double belted. I wasn't thinking about that right. We have enough room in front of each container to put a smart splitter and have it belt through and sort it out. If we want faster throughput, we'll double belt that so that all the items are coming up out of the tops and bottoms of each rail station, merging into the sort belt, and then getting double sorted through a top and bottom belt into each container, top and bottom as well, and any overflow will then get merged down and put into a sink, which is the square to the left there of the warehouse. We have a similar system in our one factory that we have right now running, which was just one of our smaller. We were doing computers and some other things at that station to get into phase 4, and we have a sorting belt with this kind of setup. It's just not doubled up for efficiency yet. Then you can see each then container will then have a 2-belt line that comes out and feeds each one of the pickup stations, stations 1 through 4, and then we'll be able to set up our timetables to pick up parts from any one of those stations. And with this layout, it'll be able to hit multiple stations. You'll just need to make sure that you're doing them in order from 1 to 4 when you set up your timetable. So this would be in standard parts 1, standard parts 2, standard parts 3, standard parts 4, and that way you have kind of your clue when you're setting up your timetable in the order in which you need to set them up, so that when you pick up parts, it'll be able to flow through the yard once without having to loop around, and then be able to move on to the next warehouse or the factory drop off.
Yep.
In breath.
I'm gonna say good night.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Good night.
Good night, Margo.
Good night, Heroku.
Roku.
Heroku. Where are we going to build this the thing?
Well, where we're going to build it, okay, I'm going to pull this off the screen now that we've talked about that enough.
And will this actually be in mirrored mode now because of how we put the train tracks, how we decided on that?
Yes, or it'll be, or we'll kind of like I did with the hub station, just route it underneath, and then out to the station and then back up. And the reason why we're doing 4-car trains is because 4 cars is the maximum number of cars you can have on a train without losing speed on an incline.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
once you start going
Makes sense.
larger than that, it will slow down or not be able to climb certain hills. Okay, so
Okay.
here I need.
So where would we build that thing?
So the spot is, I'll run the train back and I'll show you the spot, and I'll pick up some silica on my way back for our processing. Oh wait. Well, that was weird. My train didn't update and was still sitting on the rail back there. Or did you?
Oh, that's my train.
Oh, you set up a second train. I'm like, oh, what the? It freaked me out.
I'm
I thought
following
it
you.
was a glitch.
And I'm taking that little thick monster thing with me.
Oh, the space cow tick or something, or space
Yep.
tick cow. Or, I don't remember the order of its name, but it's something like that. All right. Well, I'm going to be stopping at the silica or the quartz station, so and this has to be properly routed off the main line too. So we're gonna do some mainline cleanup down here a little bit, so that our main line
Yeah,
isn't
I
running
think we
through the
also
station.
have like 1 or 2 locations where we could have some clipping.
Yep, there's some collisions going on. Let's see if I can get
I
it.
was there just now. Brake, brake.
I didn't quite get there. Gotta wait for. Oh, these are all. There we go, F to dock. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that, okay, that one's set to load. Wow, these are full. And this one is going to be set to unload for right now. Just because I don't have the proper loading train set up yet. So one of our 2 trains that we're running on here will be the aluminum factory input one, and the other one will be its output. Which does mean we'll be running 2 trains for every factory, which we'll see about. I don't know if that's quite the best idea. If we combine trains, we'll have to go over the 4-car system. I've done that in the past, and as long as you keep your transitions smooth, it won't be that much of an issue. That's funny, on the server this stuff jumps around a lot. Alright. And I'm clear of the station with a full load of silica. And we'll probably want a shorter turnaround too, instead of driving all the way back over the plains or the fields or whatever. What is this area called? I don't even remember. The Great Plains, I think.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Well, there's an official name for it, and I have it written down, but I don't have enough light right now to see it. Where's my headlamp? What did I do with my headlamp? I just had it. Oh, it's probably out with my tools. I've been doing some home renovation stuff, and I needed my headlamp last night. And I thought I put it back, but apparently I did not. Alright, so, now that we're here, this big area off to the left between the arch and those rock pillars in kind of out here in this plain is where I was thinking of putting that giant station. So,
Oh yeah.
we'll see. There's another rock formation here. It's a matter of, how high do we need to go? So we may have to rebuild platforms several times before we quite get it the way we want it. The other option would be to have it run all the way down over the water, because then we know what our height is and we know it's an easy in and out. But I'm thinking if we came off of one of these high spots, heck, I could just go off the high spot of that tower there. Let me back up here. I think that might work just perfect. We'll have a bit of a climb to get in, but for as large as this build is, and we have some nodes that we could actually put some localized factories for some of these parts too. Come on, stop. Are you stopped? Okay, stopped. Okay. Yeah, so if we started at the top of this thing. Oh, look at that. I got some iron, got some copper. That's all ingots for basic parts. We could actually put our factory down in this valley. Should be enough room to pull in 5 nodes plus copper, and our SAM node is there. I don't know if I have any SAM parts in this. Let's see what the parts list that we're looking to store here is going to be: iron rods, screws, our a reinforced plate. Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, iron plate. Yeah, reinforced plate. Alcad aluminum sheets, aluminum casings, steel pipe, steel beams, encased industrial beams, modular frames, heavy frames, fused modular frames. Oh yeah, fix-it trigons, fabric, plastic, and rubber. All fit into that standard parts library. So that'll be the warehouse for all of those. Um, and I figured keeping it to the Satisfactory calculator groupings, although it's not really ideal, and I have split these out into smaller ones later on. I think for a central yard for that, I think we'll have a lot of traffic through this area. That being said, lots of traffic, lots of traffic. If we're doing lots of traffic, I think maybe we'll come out not quite as high because I really, if we're gonna have a lot of traffic, I really don't want all the trains climbing to the top of that. That just seems like a waste. So I think we should have enough here to go out. Let's do a little test run. Let's throw 50 foundations out here and see where we're at 50. Move that to Zoop so we can do 10 at a time. That's one. Two. This rock's going to be in the way, so we'll at least have to come to the height of this rock. Uh-oh. Lost a fuse. We're out of power. Not good.
That was me. There. How do I connect these things?
I still have some power. Oh, okay, I see. What, that was 3, 4, and 1. 5.
I'm running again.
Okay. This is going to be massive. Rail yard. Okay. We are definitely going to have to... Wow.
Is it that big?
It is huge. That's just 50. That's not even the full length. We're going to have to it's going to take up most of these planes. So we're going to have to come we might be able to work around that one, but I think we're going to have to come to the level of the what is it? The northern cliff here. And be out there. And then what we'll do is we'll pipe these resources out to factories to populate that. So we'll have, with that, we should not need to deliver additional resources unless we start running out, because we have a lot of resources we'll just be able to create on site. Once we get to modular frames, we will probably need a couple factories producing modular frames to keep up with demand for the fused module frames. Because that's a bottleneck in my other world. I'm going to leave this here so we have a size reference, because that's 50 platforms right there. We'll clean it up later. They're cheap resources, and I have them all being dumped to our depots anyways. So all it's going to do is fill up my inventory if I start ripping them out now. Alright, so we'll hop back in the train. We'll deliver the silica to, well, we're going to have to set up the aluminum delivery station, because right now all we have is our pickup. So we're going to have to build another station. Oh, good thought would be to make sure I can actually do that. So we're going to need another station with one. I'm in the front car, so I need to get out of the train is what I need to do. Okay, let's get out of the train here and take a look at. We need another train station, and one freight platform, because it is the first car in the train. We only need one for the drop-off. So, do we have everything we need for that? Yes, sir, we do. Excellent. Okay. Alright, we can drive out and get that set up. Now, what we'll want to do, while we do this is go ahead and set up our main line in between the two stations as well, so that we can properly drive through without going through the stations.
That you can bypass them,
Yep.
or that the station is the bypass.
Yep. And we'll probably do we'll probably go more European style on some of our junctions where we'll do roundabouts with exits off of them. I really like the rail roundabouts. I think they're pretty slick. They're a little bit difficult to signal, but and get set up just right. But once you have them in place, they're really nice for managing traffic. So in areas where we're going to have a lot of cross traffic, having a roundabout will be really nice. And every now and then it's good for having a spot for trains to not have to go way out of their way in order to get back to the return track on the main line.
On show.
Yes, sir.
Past the central, what is it? No, what is it? Industrial center.
Uh-huh.
There's lots of water and a really long, straight stretch of track. Shouldn't we build that hub next to there?
That was my second choice, and I think possibly because this is going to be our largest warehouse, that might be a good spot. That's also a really good spot for our larger milestone factories, or phase factory, phase part factories.
Can those be set up on top of that building, maybe?
Oh, one of those could
Because
be.
it
Yes,
is
we
a
could have.
very, very big location anyway.
Right. This is true. Yeah, we could actually lay that out in there. So I, as part of my research that I did for this episode, I also in also something I'll be using in the morning coffee as end game kind of setups is the idea of setting up mega factories for the milestone parts. And so there's 4 factories, and you can kind of see from our phase 4 requirements right now that we need 4 different factories. One of those being nuclear pasta. That one carries over into phase 5, and so once we have the nuclear pasta factory, we don't need to touch it or expand it. It is a standalone. And then we have the option, one of the parts in phase 5 requires nuclear pasta as well. We can either increase the efficiency of that and ship it, or we can create it as part of the mega factory. I did it as part of the mega factory for the ballistic warp drive, but it doesn't have to be.
Okay, how big was that platform?
It was 53. Did I write it down? I think I wrote it down. Hang on. Flip notes. I really need my bright lamp over here on this desk. Let's see. There's my work light. My original notes are saying just for the main part of the yard is 56 by 30. And I'm not sure I calculated for the transitions right. I did not. I had 14 per station and it's 16 per station. So that's going to be 2 more there. 2, 4, 6, 8. We'll say 10 more. So 66. Yeah, that's not going to fit in the field. We need to do that over the water. That's a biggins. It's gonna look so cool when it's done, though. I'm telling you, make a mama proud.
56.
66.
66. Okay, so one.
Hmm. I think. Yes, I think we can go underneath on that. That'll be fine. So, you'll see, I kind of, as I was talking, I was putting the station together. I've put a lot of these stations down with all the train work that I've done. So, what we've got here is this station will be our left-hand station and our right-hand station because we're traveling in a right-hand or clockwise U-turn direction. This will be the easy off for the left rail, and this will be the easy off for the right rail, and I have them facing other directions. This is going to be our input parts, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a for the output, which is this side. So little tip here: if you look at the ports on the side of a container or device or something like that, if you see the little like parenthesis shape, that's kind of like a small. Think of it as a small arrow pointing in the direction that the parts are going to go. So this is always your output. So for this one, because we're going to be unloading silica from this train for our aluminum production, this is going to be the side of the station that we want. I'm just going to do a single line for this. We don't need the high efficiency double. I could actually put another one here, but we need another plate of space in order to get that in. So that will be our input. So we're going to set this to unload, and we will call this for now until somebody comes up with a better name that's easy to know. We'll just call this aluminum input because I'm not feeling extremely creative today. In one of the saves that I have that we'll use in the morning coffee, I did get creative, and this might be like Tin Man input or something like that. Although that's tin, not aluminum, but I couldn't think of anything cool for aluminum because it's a weird word. It's not used very often in other things. I could call it shiny because aluminum's kind of shiny, but and then this one we'll rename to our. Do we want pickup and drop off, or do we want input output? Brian Bueller.
Depends on how you use pickup and drop off.
The same as
Are
input
you
output.
looking from the train
Yeah.
perspective or
Yes. So the train will
station?
well, if we do it from the factory perspective, it's input output. If we do it from the train perspective, it's pickup drop off.
I would say pickup, drop off.
Okay. So we'll call this aluminum pickup. And then we'll call the other one aluminum drop off. That makes
I need
sense.
to put some power poles here because I can't hover here too much.
Okay, so we have aluminum pickup, aluminum drop off, and now, so each station. I'll go back to what I was saying, and these are off a little bit. Matter of fact, I think I might straighten these out a little bit so that they match my build pattern, because it also helps me lay out my rails. So I'm going to back up down the rail a little bit. That should be plenty. then we're gonna take this. Oh, actually, this is lined up right. Oh, good. I don't have to take this out. I already fixed it. So each station sits on 5 plates across, centered on the middle plate. So you can see that rail's going right down the middle of that foundation. Same on this side. So that is 10 with a rail in one direction for each side. Since we're doing a 2-rail main line, that's 2 more foundations, and we will run those right through the middle like that. So just like that. Run those out. Awesome. So, and that is all the lines that we need. We've got our 2 stations and our 2 mainline segments through the middle. Now we just have to make it flow. And so we'll come back here to take the inside line first. And this is where this is where this gets tricky. So I'm gonna take this one out. What is the problem there? Missing materials. Our concrete. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to find a different spot to make concrete. Oh, are you building platforms out over the water?
I am making a kind of a layout already,
Yeah,
but I'm
that's why.
uploading for you as we speak.
Creatures in the way. Move, parrot. Oh, is it the other one? You move. You move. Did you just fly in the direction I wanted to go? No, okay, there we go. Okay. I think that should be good enough to get us kind of where we want to be. I'm going to back that up. Yeah, I'm going to lose power there. That's fine. So I'm going to come out to the end of this segment. There's a power slug nearby. And then we'll run this segment out. Ah, I messed it up. I didn't get it centered. Here, let's do this. Let's see if this will connect to this one nicely. Like that. And then through here. Oh, that's bugging me. Clean up the trees.
I see the cement factory has been improved, kinda.
Yeah, I was trying to get it to keep up with my build speed, but where now? What creature's in my way? You parrots are problem.
Dicks.
Come on. Did I kill you both? Are you dead now? No, you're not. No, hopefully you're not in my way anymore either. Oh, you're still in my way. How? I got that one.
They are already dead.
They should be. There it goes. Now he's dead. I don't know why I was pointing right at him. The best is when the space cow ticks get in your way. Give them a little shot in the butt and they run off. Alright. We do have this tower here. I kind of like this tower. So I want to keep it. I think it adds a little bit of je ne sais quoi to the to there. So I'm gonna put this back. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do?
We don't need that tower there. I just use that for
Being able to
being
see from up
safe
high.
while,
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
and being safe from all the freaking attacks of all those animals there,
Yeah.
the monsters. Okay, do you need extra plating as well?
No,
Iron plates?
plating I never seem to have a problem with. It's just the concrete that has been problematic.
Okay, well, it should fill up to 1,000 again, and I will drop some plates in just to be sure.
I keep pushing back my fix for this, and I just need to put it in. Let it, and we'll shore it up later. It's a good enough one there. Okay, this tree needs to go away. That way we're not clipping through it. Not that it matters because trains don't clip into the environment, so it would have been fine. It bothers me aesthetically. So whenever I do these station rails, I usually will start with a 2 to 3 foundation segment to run straight in, and then I will come off the main line and just slip it in like that. I think it gives it a nice look. And Bob's your uncle. We're done. And if Bob is not your uncle, sorry. Let's see. So, I lost power. And now I'm getting irradiated too. That's just like a double insult. So, we're obviously going to need to be working on our power grid sometime soon.
Should we do another fuel power generator?
Yes. If we're not burning off all our fuel, then yeah, let's do one of those. That gives us more wattage in a single building than that, or we can overclock it.
I can look into that as well.
I love overclocking generators because they don't use more electricity, they produce more electricity. It's kind of the inverse. So I always like putting my power shards into generators.
Well, I have overclockers with me. Only 2. But I'm running.
That should be enough.
Since my jetpack doesn't work.
Yeah, so I generally will keep a jetpack and some fuel on me just for these occasions. Because this isn't the first time I've lost power in the middle of building something. So let's see. So here, really, we don't have the main line extending out to anything yet, but I think we can. So in order to make a right-hand turn, we need 3 out and back. So I think what we'll do is we'll just end the main line here for right now, and then we'll do our 90-degree turn, 3 foundations out, 3 foundations over. Remember, it's only 2 on that second part because you already have that third one in. So on the first part, you go 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you just need 2 to finish off that turn. 2. That'll give you a 90. And so the way you make that 90-degree turn with your rails, we'll get our rails there. You're going to come up to and do the straight section on both sides. So we've got a straight section there, and we're going to have a straight section across the main line area here. Yeah, I know. Eat some radiation. I need to make myself some ionized filters. In a hazmat suit. So I think I screwed that up because I'm not quite flying yet the right way. Yep, so I'm crooked. So I don't want that. But I can build it from here. Not that. Grab the wrong thing. Okay. Grab that. Throw that in and across. Now I have the anchor. Actually, this will be my straight section between my two turns. And then I have my station anchoring this other one. So now if I come off of here, connect to the station, boom. There's my gorgeous right-hand turn. Now if I come across, come on, all the way over now. And there's another nice 90-degree turn. And then you can either keep the foundations that you use for your markers there, or you can delete them. I've done both. Usually I'll keep them. And in keeping with that 3 to 3, when you're doing a full circle, like here we had this two-piece straight section. What you would do is you just extend your foundations out a couple more, throw in a straight section there, and then connect your 90-degree to that piece, delete your other section, and then you can use that that corner piece as your foundation for the next one, so that you can bring it around to another one and create a quick circle. If you don't do it that way, it's not as easy to get a full, a nice round circle um, for like your roundabouts and stuff. Just something to note. It might be easier now. It may be something that was from the pre-release that I'm just clinging to unnecessarily. Okay, so we're gonna come off the center of the station here. Oh, I didn't even know we had power.
Yet we're working on it.
We know you have an outage, and we are working to get that resolved as soon as possible. Okay. And I didn't get straight. That's why I love my hover pack. It makes it so much easier to lay straight track. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, that's our 3 out to match the other side. And now we'll just slip that in about the same distance if I can. Make that look nice. Out there. Boom. Okay, we'll take a quick view there. That looks good, and we are set. I'm going to take a little break. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to grab something to eat so I don't pass out. And then we will set up our stations and deliver some silica into our drop-off. Be right back. Actually, you probably can still hear me. I'm going to turn my audio off too. How about that?
I still hear you.
I know.
Thunder on the highway out here driving his big rig. Got a shiny new truck, it's as prizing as gig. Good old boy, gonna talk your ear right off, telling tales and puffing hard. He's tough and he's gruff. Right chrome wheels spinning round, feeling free. Thunder's got the road map etched under his sleeve. Every truck stop, coffee cup has heard his story. Underneath the moonlit sky, that's where he finds glory. Thunder on the highway, rolling loud and true. Trucks a shiny church, he always speaks right through. Miles of asphalt built beneath his heavy load. Thunder never tires, keeps on going down the road. Night or day, ain't no difference to his race. Trucks are running smooth, it's his only place. Convoy lights lighting up the dark stage. Hammers down the throttle, living life like a sage. County's fast landscapes change, still the same thrill. Long hauls and radio calls, he's got time to kill. Thunder's got 1,000 tales for every mile. Pop the hood, talk a while, hear that engine purr, smile. Thunder on the highway, rolling loud and true. Trucks a shiny church, he always speaks right through. Miles of asphalt melt beneath his heavy load. Thunder never tires, keeps on going down the road. Thunder on the highway, rolling loud and true. Trucks a shiny church, he always speaks right through. Miles of asphalt built beneath his heavy load. Thunder never tires, keeps on going down the road. Oh, going down the road. Oh, oh.
No, now we're back. I was still muted. All
I
right.
hear you.
Yeah, well, you heard me over Discord probably, but my faithful factory followers probably did not. Let's see. Do we got power back? Yes. Perfect. Great. All right. So we can take a look at our station now. We see that we do have our main line here. Once this main line extends, we'll extend this out and find a place to do a proper turnaround. We're most likely going to cut through and around this rock and out to the swamp. That line down there is coming from the swamp, and we're gonna buddy up on that. I don't think I can really see out there right now. Kind of. You can see, yeah, you can just barely make it through the fog. Um, there's a line out there. We're gonna probably drop our main line down over this cliff and down to that level there. Oh, there's a hard drive up there. We need hard drives. Uh, get that. I don't know if I have enough explosives to get that safely, but we're going to find out if we do. Well, the nice thing is that with all this clearing that I've been doing, I have lots of materials for our bio burners, so that we'll have some backup power. Did that not go? Go. There we go. Okay. Well, at least we're in the area. Let's see if we need to be back over there. Ugh. I'm not going to have enough explosives, I don't think. Let's see if we have any nobelisks in here. Maybe we can convince Brian to drop us some nobelisks into the depot for us.
What?
Do you have any nobelisks? Do you have any twos? Let's see. Oh, I have one left. Alright, well, we'll take care of this big fart rock.
Novelist. No. But it does say no.
Alright, well, we
How
can...
do you spell it?
N-O-B...
I don't have them.
It's okay. I don't need them. I managed to get the drive without getting gassed, so thanks to my handy dandy hover pack. Pick up some of these parts. Here. I had one and it was enough to... Ooh, some biofuel. Take that.
Does pipe also have a smart something that does
That one
smart
there.
splitting?
No. Pipes are pipes you have to work at to get going the way you want, because pipes will actually the fluid dynamics model in this is actually pretty sophisticated. Fluids will actually slosh in pipes. So if you change heights to where fluids are settling in certain areas, they'll slosh around. If you have breaks in your flow to where it's not consistently flowing, you'll get rise and fall in your pipes and things will go idle. So there's a I am not an expert. I found a few tricks, I guess, for fluid routing and trying to balance systems, but that's still a struggle. I still have to think about it every time I do it. Okay, so this is our pickup. So we are going to route. We can route that and that. Okay, we're kind of crammed in here a little bit more than I wanted to be, but we can make it work. I think this was my plan here to do this. So we'll go ahead and start loading up these stations with parts. yeah, we don't need to worry about double belting those. We're not producing it fast enough to make that an issue. And we're not going to pick up anything. So these will be load stations for these. Yep, we're good there. So that's all we need to do for that one. This one we already set to unload. Good. And now we need to come underneath and route that conveyor to where we want it to go, which is going to be a merge on this line. We could merge it from there. I think, no, here. Uh-huh. We can, how do I want to do this? I think I really don't want to bring it over the top since we got that routed. So let's change this routing. We've already kind of locked up everywhere anyway. So we got to figure that out. Think. So if I take this out, because this is our silicon line there, I think that's our silicon line, because this is our scrap, right? Yep, scrap and water. One of these two is probably full. Let's see which one. But yeah, I figured it was going to be this one. So that's going to kick things back up for us. Water is always an issue. Let's see. If I want to come down, let's come down one platform level. I'm gonna grab a wall, put a wall in. Let's go. Do we want to make it 2 or just 1? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Let's just go 1. We only need to come down 1. And then I'm gonna run another meter platform this way. No, that way. That. And that is going to be, and I'll just blow this wall out because I don't need it. Yeah, that's going to line up nice for us. And this is going to go away. And this is going to go away. And what we'll do is we'll pipe this in from below. So we're going to put in our little manhole here. Put a connector there for it. This is going to come down below. Like, just one, I guess. And then we've got silica coming in here. So we'll bring that to the same level. And that means that we're going to want our merger here. We want it going that direction, and then we want to try and get it lined up on everything. We want it lined up with this one at least. And then hopefully we can get it to go into that one. There we go. And there we go. And now we got silica moving in from our existing manufacturing. Now we need the ones that we're bringing in from the outside. And actually, do we have priority mergers? Because we want to do a priority merge on that. I've never been able to figure out what you'd use a priority merger for until just now. And we don't have it yet. So we'll have to unlock that. So in the meantime, we may get into a situation where we have too much silica and we freeze up that way, which is the other problem. Getting that pure aluminum alternate recipe will fix a lot of that for us. Let's see. Let's come to about. Let's take a look and see where we want to come to. We want to be about there. Should get us around that. 3.
Honcho,
Yes, sir.
in a industrial fluid buffer, if I would use the flush, will it flush the amount in the storage into the pipe?
No, it deletes it basically. So the flush is a
Okay.
delete. So you can either delete your entire network or just what's in your buffer.
Okay. Well, don't do that then. That might not. No, we don't do that. No. 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 No.
So we're going to run this over to the rock. And into the rock. Then we're going to put our... let's see, are we in the middle of this? I think we're... Yes, we are. Okay. Then we're going to put a manhole right here in the middle. Yeah, we're going to push it as close to that rock as we can without making it look too bad. And then we're going to come across here like that. Run a belt from here to here. There we go. That's our lower escape. Then we need a lift here to match up for that one, and hopefully we don't have to do it's gonna be, I don't know if we're gonna make it. Nope, just short. Oh, of course we are. Alright, let's do this then. We'll come down one more. Yeah, that's right. And then throw this in. Actually, let's come down two to match the level of that lift. Then we'll put in a platform and bring it out like that. Now we should be able to do one of these. Yeah, look at that. Love seeing the lineup line. That's great. So then come from here to here, and from here to we're not hooked up right. Gosh darn it. Why am I not hooked up right? Because I had my arrows pointing the wrong way when I set this up. So make sure I get that. So just hit R to reverse that. Ah. Now this is going to be a problem. Okay.
I agree.
Alright.
We might need to
ladder in.
up our pole power.
Alright, so now we actually have to do some building. Go ahead and put in an extra platform here. Jump down to that. Okay. Now I should be able to connect. Maybe not. That might still... I don't know if that fixed it or not. It did not. I gotta replace that one too. Nope, that's still wrong. Gosh darn it. Let's see if I can do this. Gotta go old school. Put a ladder in. Hopefully, it's like crap. Put in a ladder here. What? Elma? Okay, how about a ladder here? I know I have a jetpack and I don't need a ladder. I know this, but I am not using it. I refuse. I'll switch it up here in a minute. Oh man. Oh, that was not close at all. I had ground there. The way it looked, I thought I was going to fall through the bottom of the world. Okay. What we've got here is failure to communicate. Let's see. Alright, I am going to switch jetpacks just in case. Let's see, did I take out the bottom one? I did. Okay. That's what I needed to see. Alright, so come over here. Try this again. Put that there. That looks like it matched up better. Yes, so now I see my down arrow going into the manhole. That's what I wanted. It's not really called a manhole. I'm just calling it a manhole because it looks like a manhole to me. It is a conveyor floor hole. Manhole. Okay, so now we should, if everything else, yes, thank you. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Namaste where you're supposed to be. And okay, so now we should be unloading to our aluminum drop-off here. So now all we have to do is all you got to do is make it work. Of course, we don't have any power, so this probably isn't going to work anyways. But we can go ahead and get this set. We'll call this we're gonna call this the L train. Taking the L. So let's see, the L. I'm trying to remember what city the L is in. That's Boston, I believe, is the L. Because San Francisco's the T.
Ouch.
I think. Could be Chicago. Chicago's the L, maybe. Chicago's the loop. Downtown. Oh, and there it goes. Bye-bye. Okay, so we are going to go from Court Station. And from Court Station, we want to load only silica. Very important. Only loading silica. And then unload, I'm going to put none just to be safe. Because I don't want to unload anything into, if there's space in any of the stations. Then I want to do aluminum drop-off. And we are going to unload only silica. Like so. And we're going to do none here. And then because we have this 2-car train for picking stuff up, we might later be able to depending on how we do things, might be able to use this train for this as well, where we just move, because the aluminum factory is only going to have 3 slots maximum. So if we use that first car for delivering items, oh, actually, doesn't matter. We can use the first and second one because we've set our timetable to only drop off silica at that station, and then the other ones are going to get unloaded at the parts depot once we get to that point. But we're not there yet, so we gotta wait for that. So that's it. We just the 2 stations that we're doing there. We'll save those changes, and if we turn on self-driving, we need power.
Working on it.
So, actually, you know what? I may have a way of helping a little bit here with that. I don't know how over we are, but I have a sense we're fairly close to where we need to be. You know, part of it could be is that I fired up those other assemblers on the aluminum line, and that may have pushed us over because they were sitting idle. But they were also full of materials that we wanted. That was a long drop there. Alright, we're almost to where I want to be. Now, if I if it actually let me turn on the self-driving mode while I was sitting in it, our train should be coming by and picking us up, so we won't have to make this run back. If it did not let me do it because there was no power, it ain't gonna happen that way. But I happen to have an extra bio burner right here, plug it into this network. So if let's throw in this and see where we're at. It may take a couple times.
Yeah, we should be down a little more than we used to because I disconnected a few coal power here because I can then hover. Hey, how's this possible?
Huh. Our consumption is over.
These should work.
So let me. What we need to do. I'm gonna steal one of our batteries, I think. Alright, I'm gonna head all the way back to wait a little longer for our train to pick us up. Oh, I do want to switch to my rifle because there's some bad guys between here and there. Oh, you know what? I could zipline myself. I don't know if I have my zip. Oh, there's no ladder on this one. Gosh darn it. Oops, that's not the right thing. I do have my zipline tool. I could have ziplined my way back. Oh, there's the bad guys. Bye, bad guys. I want to skip the gas clouds. That would be fantastic. we're almost back now. Nothing like having to run halfway across the world during a stream to make everybody really happy. I'm super happy. I wonder if we actually have that unlocked yet. I'm thinking about it. We should. Let's see if we can make a... Let's see what we have in our power options here. We have storage. Do not have that. Let me see if it's available in here. Should be under management. Nope. Organization. Light control panel. That is not what I was looking for. That's not it. It's not there either. Is it something that I have to unlock in here under Criterium? Yep, it is. And we should... Priority power switch. Power switch is all we need. So we just need 50 AI limiters, which we are making somewhere. Or we have... Hold on, I may have them already. Oh, I have 32. Where are we making AI limiters at? Is that the industrial station?
The industrial center, yes.
Can't use my hypertube because that's out of commission as well. At least the lights, the traffic lights are still working. They're on solar power. Oh, this is not industrial center. Sorry. That's industrial center. The train setting. So I need 18 more of those. Why is there a battery here? That doesn't make any sense. That might be the battery we steal. Get the power back up and running first before I switch batteries. That is not AI limiter.
We need more plastic.
That is not, wait. Circuit boards, computers, automated wiring. Are we making those here? That's circuit boards. I don't know if we are making AI limiters here.
Oh,
I don't think we're making
I think
AI
we're
limiters.
making them on top of the steel factory, actually.
Oh my goodness. Alright,
And
run all the way back.
I'm not 100% sure if that's even
Operational.
being produced.
That's alright. What we'll do is,
I
if we're
think
back
we
there,
do
I can make
because
them by
we
hand.
do
I only
need that.
18. Yeah,
We do need it.
Yep, for programmable splitters and as a build material, and then also for other items down the actually for this phase. I think the assembly director is going to need
If you
supercomputers.
are at the main base, can you, by any chance, upload some of those snail
The power shards?
thing? Yes, those. There should be a few still in that personal inventory thingy.
Okay, I'll see. I may have grabbed him earlier today and threw him into the depot already. Yes, we got 5. All right. Where'd they go? There they are. Oh, I actually had 2 in my inventory too. So you're getting 7 of them. They're coming. Right down here. Check what's coming out of this. Automated wiring. What is... I thought this was all motor stuff. Stators. Equators. That's motors. No, we're not... We needed to follow the plastic because I'm pretty sure AI limiters use plastic. So if we have plastic coming in, not there, it wouldn't be. We have some plastic there, but we have nothing coming out of this station, only going in. I don't think we're making AI limiters anywhere. Alright, what do we need to make AI limiters? AI limiter. Oh. Deuterium and copper. Well. Don't mind if I do. Where?
Alright. Power should be coming back up. Apparently not. Okay,
Here, let me... Oh, you know what?
that's so weird. 2 extra coal power.
Yeah,
And it's not enough.
You gotta get those warmed up. Hang on. I'll feed you some biofuel here. I've got
Well, I had them running.
well, these are... Why aren't these... Why are these saying no fuel? But this... Did somebody disconnect these? Oh, for Pete's sakes. Well, we've got all kinds of biofuel ready to go, and it's disconnected. Oh, I wonder if I did that. Let's see if that does the trick. Come on, baby. Oh, we were almost there.
How much do we need?
I think we're about 400 short. Here, I'm gonna just turn some machines off that run non-stop. Let's see, what do we run non-stop? Because this is only at 75 a pop. I'm only getting an extra 300 out of this. But
Right, but if I connect this again, how much do we have then? Can you check?
hang on. So our max consumption is 3874. If I pop the circuit, it looks like we're consuming 1800 and we're producing off the start 1000.
I'll pop this back up. I'll connect it. I don't know if that makes changes. My power went down again as well. Should I put batteries here then, or?
What power are you? You've got like a mini circuit that you're running power on? Oh yeah, let me. Oh, hold on, hold on. That gives me an
I
idea.
have a little
Give me a
mini
second.
circuit, yes.
If I disconnect this from the main, which is what I was trying to do with a switch, I'll just do it manually. Now, if I do this, I can charge this battery and get us going. Okay, I'm producing 120, which is less than I thought. Oh, these are 30 apiece. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Those are so weak. Oh, I think they're 75 when they're maxed out. So, is that not enough to charge this bad boy? Stored charge. At charge rate 0. This is not enough. Alright, I gotta... Alright, well this is ridiculous. Okay.
Do you see modular frames nearby?
Yes.
Okay, you drop me some.
How many do you need?
13. I'll drop 2 power storages here so I can hopefully power them up a little. So we have some backup.
Okay. 13 coming your way.
Thank you. And should I put in another coal plant here?
Let's see where we're at once we get the system back up and running. Okay. Is that enough to charge this now? Making 180. Time until full. Nada. Oh. Alright. So without overclocking these, this is pointless. So I can just connect these and they'll just drop again. What? Let's see. Got up to 1200 capacity. I'm gonna start turning off some factory stuff. Let's... Actually, let me keep going with what my original plan was here. Which was AI limiters. 5, of course. Go find more Caterium. We have a bunch of it. So I need 13 more.
Right, let's see how it works now.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Got a little bit. We're charging. Oh. I'm charging. We are producing more than we are consuming.
Yep. But not much more.
It's okay. I'm gonna move this battery that is here to somewhere where it can charge when everything else is down. And then I need to get some deuterium. I'm gonna switch my pack. Oh, which means our other train may start running too. That'll be interesting. Because I've had this issue before with a network that was like that, and I ended up doing this and it ended up saving my bacon. As a matter of fact, I just did this in... No, it's the one I'm going to use for morning coffee after we finish the game, but my current, my original save file from my first playthrough, which I never did finish, has the power grid issue like this. Let's see, so deuterium, power switch. Oh, I need to make these 13.
Can I put 2 water extractors on one pipe?
Yes.
Will it push more water through it?
Yes. I
Alright,
think you can
let
fit...
me-
I'm trying to remember... the pipes max out at a certain volume, and it's based on flow rate. And so, like, if you're producing 100, I think it's like 120 from each one, you can basically fit 2 on a pipe without going to a Mark II.
I can copper sheet and stators or rotors or whatever. Okay. I can at least put 1 in.
Okay, now we have those available.
Power switch unlocked. Fix
One
it is
more.
proud to
Can you
announce that the power switch facilitates power grid management through the
do
application
some
of the very latest advances
copper
in
sheets?
on-off switch technology. Fix it. It's fun to have power.
What's
What's up, fellas?
going on?
Hello, Galoot.
Hello. How was Doff trip?
Dolph trip was short and long in one go. My liver is very much damaged.
and I think he lost a few brain cells too.
I think more than one, yes.
That's not good, seeing as how you only got 3 to work with.
Exactly.
Alright, let's check her train
Alright,
station.
it's more
timetable.
water.
Let's see if we're actually running between. This is this line. We should be. Oh, that's Europort. That's not. Oh, I'm on the wrong line. These lines are separated, so I can't do that anymore. Let's check the map and see where our train's at, if it's running. It is running. Look at that. Operational. So that should be coming to pick us up, and then we'll take that battery with us, and we'll hook him up to our geyser, so that, and then we'll throw, we gotta make sure we can build a switch, power switch now. Power switch. I need 1 AI limiter. I have enough to make that. So let's build our AI limiter. Okay, so now I have enough for my power switch, and I'm going to steal. Oh, I already stole the battery, so I should be good for a battery too. So power switch and a power storage. Yes, we're good. And be off to the races. So we'll just hop the train that's coming. Let's see. Let's see where our train's at. He should be coming around the mountain. Yep. He's coming down towards us. He's just about to Quartz Station, or Quartz Factory. And he's going to make a stop there. So let's go ahead and we will meet him halfway instead of just sitting here with our thumb up our butt. Some people may like a thumb up the butt, but I am not one of those people. I prefer to be on the move.
Sure about that?
No, not really. I'll try anything once. Maybe. Let's see. Where is the train? The train is coming clockwise. So he's going to be coming this way. Down this rail. Which means I am completely on the wrong side of the tracks. But anybody that knows me knows I come from the wrong side of the tracks. Ba-dum-bum. Here he is. Whoop. There we go. Hop a ride. Although, you know, at this point it would have been quicker just to continue on to Quartz Factory anyways. Because that's where we were going. We were just going down that hill. But we'll set up our emergency power. And then I think we're going to call it there. We've been on for 2 hours. We didn't get our aluminum train set up. We're going to keep working our power grid a little bit. And make sure that we're good to go, because we're going to need quite a bit of power for what we got planned. So
We are might losing some power again.
well, I am hoping to get a battery array set up on some natural power. So we should be able to run at a deficit for a little bit once that's set up properly. And if it ever goes down, all we have to do is wait for it to recharge a little bit. So there's our one geothermal. I should have made another one. Think about it, but it's okay. Alright, so let's see how our power grid is set up around here. Our connection to this is... Ooh, this is screwy. We gotta fix this. Okay, yeah, so we're connecting into the grid over here instead of here. So I'm going to take that out. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in a couple different things. First thing we're going to do is put in a couple plates. Oh, there goes our power, like he said. And so we need a couple plates here. Probably just 3 for right now should be fine. Get up on our plates. And I'm going to go ahead and get up on this platform so I can see. And this is a geothermal battery, so or a geothermal generator that we can hook our battery to. So it's encroaching there, so we can run that up there. That's fine. Then what we want to do is we need to set up the switch between the battery and the main line. So we're going to put our power switch in here, like that. and it doesn't matter which way we go with that, because it's just not going to allow power through this wire when we turn it off. Then, but this needs to be a power pole in between here so that we can get power into it. So if we put power pole, just need a Mach 1 because we only got the one generator.
Do you have 5 modular frame on you?
No. Okay, so that hooks up our switch, and if you see, our one network is now charging that battery. It'll take us an hour to get there, but that's coming down. And then if I turn this on so that it crosses over, you can see we're now operational, which means power goes through the switch, but we kind of didn't have enough in the battery. So now if we turn this off, our battery's going to start charging again once the geothermal cycles. And we should see that going back up and get a time here. Just waiting for that. Here it comes. Come on. Come on.
Hey, this is better. This is better. I should make 6.
Huh. What's the deal? Oh, maybe this went offline? Oh yeah, we blew the fuse on this circuit too. Okay. I forgot
Yeah, it
about
should
that.
be coming back up. I'm charging the batteries a little bit again.
Yep, I'm
I
charging
had to
one too.
reroute the water because 2 were not even running because of the water not coming through.
Well, and the funny thing is that I took the geothermal off the network too, in order to put in a battery and switch on it so that it can charge off the line. So now instead of having to take a wire off of that, you can put a switch in. Because I unlocked the power switches, so you can run a switch on that cable that you're deleting and be able to turn that section on and off. So one of the things that I ended up doing on my other save was to actually take and put multiple power generation things on one grid behind a switch, and then when if I ever blew a fuse, I just could throw that switch, and I could get my coal plant and I had a geothermal on that as well. Get those running back up and generating power and charging the batteries that were on that, so that when I opened it up, it was available. I actually did that in my morning coffee save as well on my geothermals, as I put a battery bank on my geothermals, so that those were always charging. Alright, I'm already at 2% here, so I'm going to go ahead and open
I don't
this up.
get how the water splitter kind of works, because it's stupid.
Immediately killed it. Let me try setting it from here. There it goes. Okay. Run for a few seconds. Gotta get those coal plants going, fired up.
Now water is flowing in. That's weird.
Well, I turned it back on. Ah, it died again.
And I know why water is flowing in. Because one of the all coal power plants stopped again.
Yeah.
I need to have industrial plant thingy.
Alright, so try and get this to charge enough to clear.
Turn off for now.
So the other thing we can do too is turn off large sections of the factory if we can figure out, like, if we have it gridded to where there's one in and one out on the power grid.
Mm-hmm.
So we may have to reroute some power lines so that we have a single in and out on a switch, so we can turn off whole factories of consumption to make it easier
Yeah.
to get up and running again.
Will there eventually also be like nuclear power?
Yes. Yeah, we need to actually start working on that soon. That's why we need to extend the
Then we
rail
will
out.
nuke the whole damn place here.
Yeah. And it'll take once we get our first nuclear plant up, it'll take a little while for it to but the problem is that getting a consistent fuel rod feed into a nuclear plant is difficult. So having a lot of batteries available is a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Well, I placed 2 here on 6% at the moment.
Okay, that should be enough.
Yeah, but I'm only working with 2 of the coal plants because there's the water. I do something wrong with the water.
All right, I'm at 2% here. I'm about to turn this back on so that we can.
I have rerouted it, so I can send you a screenshot real quick.
All right. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream here. We're going to figure out our power problems and off screen, and we will be back next week with more. We'll see how much we've done in the week, but right now we're kind of locked up on the power grid right now. So not much to watch at the moment. We'll let you know how we ended up fixing it when we get back. And as always, thank you for your clicky stuff, the likes, subscribes, whatever you do on your end. Thank you for those. And I am Senior Honcho with my producer Brian. And stay efficient.